Did you see DDP and Khamzat got announced?
Oh no.
Yeah,
Where's that gonna be at?
Chicago.
Oh no. They're letting the terrorists in.
Do you think he beats DDP or do you think DDP retains?
You know what's hard? So those little Chechen, they can grapple. And like someone like me who I've been training with for years, I usually could counter wrestle and grapple him. So I just don't know if Dricus can be able to counter wrestle him. But if he can, I think he wins all hands.
He's the man. He's a savage. He calls him his shots. He finishes his opponents. When he goes inside the octagon, you know that that guy goes for the finish. He's not looking for the decision. That's why I respect Khamzat. He's a beast. So he deserves to fight for the title as soon as possible. We're going to have an amazing fight because I love Dricus Du Plessis. He's a great human being. I have a great relationship with him. I have a great relationship with Khamzat also. But as a fan of
Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss the next big fight update. Now let's get into it. This one's gonna be serious. Khamzat Chimaev versus Dricus Du Plessis is shaping up to be a wild showdown, and the MMA world can't stop talking about it. Khamzat Chimaev has begun intense preparations for his upcoming fight with Dricus Du Plessis. He's putting in serious work to sharpen his skills and build even more strength. Knowing how much this bout matters, Khamzat has locked in with his coaches, putting focus on both his striking and wrestling, so he's ready for whatever comes his way. The MMA world is watching closely, waiting to see how Khamzat performs under this spotlight. His discipline and non-stop grind show just how locked in he is. Conditioning is a major priority too. Khamzat is pushing himself physically to ensure he can go hard every round. On top of that, he's studying Dricus's style with focus, understanding how he moves, how he strikes, and building a game plan that'll match up. His team's backing him daily, making sure he's on point mentally and physically. With all this work and focus, Khamzat's set to show the world his best when he steps in against Dricus. Sean Strickland didn't hold back when asked about this fight. He offered some real thoughts based on personal experience. Strickland, who's had sparring time with Du Plessis, said Dricus has what it takes to win, if he can deal with the wrestling. He pointed out how tricky guys like Chimaev are when it comes to setups, and their elite-level grappling makes them a problem. Strickland said he's confident in his own ability to stuff takedowns and fight wrestlers, but he's not sure if Du Plessis is there yet. Still, he didn't hesitate. If Dricus can shut the wrestling down, he believes he takes the W.
Did you see DDP and Khamzat got announced?
Oh no.
Yeah,
Where's that gonna be at?
Chicago.
Oh no. They're letting the terrorists in.
Do you think he beats DDP or do you think DDP retains?
You know what's hard? So those little Chechen, they can grapple. And like someone like me who I've been training with for years, I usually could counter wrestle and grapple them. So I just don't know if Dricus can be able to counter wrestle him. But if he can, I think he wins all hands down. I sparred the Chechen, like hands down. I think Dricus wins. But it's just gonna come down to like, are you gonna be able to like counter wrestle? And like you can, it's not hard.
Ilia Topuria came through with a balanced take. He showed respect to both men, praising Khamzat's fearless attitude and his constant drive for the finish. Topuria said Chimaev doesn't leave it to the judges, and that's earned him a spot in the title conversation. Even though Topuria has friendships with both fighters, he said as a fan, he's just excited to watch it all unfold.
He's the man. He's a savage. He calls his shots. He finishes his opponents. When he goes inside the octagon, you know that that guy goes for the finish. He's not looking for the decision. That's why I respect Khamzat. He's a beast. So he deserves to fight for the title as soon as possible. We're gonna have an amazing fight because I love Dricus Du Plessis. He's a great human being. I have a great relationship with him. I have a great relationship with Khamzat also. But as a fan of mixed martial arts, it's gonna be a very excited fight. I hope the best man wins, and I wish best of the luck to both of them.
As for camp, Khamzat's been doubling down on his grappling game. Long sessions dedicated to takedowns, submissions, and defensive techniques, all aimed at building that grappling dominance. He's going deep into the mat work to ensure he's confident wherever the fight goes. On the strength side, Chimaev's lifting heavy, regularly pressing 50-kilogram dumbbells. This level of strength training boosts his punching power, but it also gives him that upper body control he needs during scrambles and ground control. By fusing cardio, wrestling, and weight training, Chimaev's turning himself into a complete powerhouse. Strong, fast, and explosive. It's all coming together for this massive test. Jamahal Hill gave his take too. He's leaning slightly toward Du Plessis. Not because of hype, but because Dricus keeps proving doubters wrong. Hill pointed to Dricus's freakish strength and gas tank, which give him a serious edge. He also flagged that Chimaev has had moments in past fights where he faded late, and Du Plessis could take advantage of that with his unpredictable striking. Still, Hill warned, don't sleep on Khamzat's world-class grappling. It's a serious X factor.
I probably favor DDP in that one, just for the simple fact of I've doubted this dude so many times now, and he's shut me up bad every time. It may look like he's like fatiguing or he's like slowing down, but he's really not. I think he's got the better cardio. His physical strength, I believe, can pose a problem for anybody in that division. We've seen Khamzat fade over the course of rounds before. I just believe Dricus has a really, really awkward way of throwing strikes that's not easy to time, get a read on. So I believe he will land. So I probably lean more towards DDP, but you can't count a guy like Khamzat out. I believe he's one of the best natural pure grapplers. He does have the ability to throw some hands too, so it's interesting.
MMA Guru chimed in with his breakdown. He admitted he used to be sure Du Plessis would beat Chimaev. And yeah, he still sees the strength and cardio gap being real. But he's also aware of how dangerous Chimaev is in the opening round. That explosiveness can flip the script real fast. Guru said his heart is with Du Plessis, but his brain is telling him to be cautious. If Dricus doesn't shut Chimaev down early, it could go sideways fast. He also suggested that Du Plessis shouldn't just focus on stopping takedowns. Instead, he should surprise Khamzat with early aggression, maybe even a takedown of his own. According to Guru, fighters like Whitaker and Burns let Chimaev dictate pace, and that's a mistake. If Du Plessis brings the heat early, it could throw Khamzat off his rhythm.
DDP? I don't know anymore, man. These guys are, I used to think, you know what, DDP's got him. And I still think that, dude, he might just be too strong to be muscled around like this.
Yeah.
But Chimaev is truly on a different level.
I think DDP beats him.
I think he could, and I am leaning that way.
Yeah.
But now I'm real.
Yeah.
You know, I also want DDP to win, but I'm leaning towards DDP.
Yeah.
Because I think the idea of Chimaev is a round one guy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
If he takes out DDP in round one, he's got him.
Demetrious Johnson also gave some insight. He said if Chimaev can't finish Dricus early, his energy could burn out, something we've seen before. Johnson pointed to fights like the ones against Usman and Burns where Chimaev had strong positions but couldn't close the show. Johnson believes Du Plessis' build, weird angles and constant movement will give him the edge if the fight drags on. If Chimaev doesn't figure it out early, Dricus will take over.
If Chimaev cannot get him down,
He will. But yeah.
but let's say he does get him down.
Yep.
And he doesn't finish him, right? I think he's spent. Because you look at his fights. You look when he fought Gilbert Burns, when he fought Kamaru Usman. He had Kamaru Usman fully mounted, back hooks and everything, right?
Yep.
Working for the choke, pounding him, could not finish him,
Couldn't get him.
The rest of the time, he could not find it was shadow boxer. Granted, he might be sick or whatever.
Yep.
But if he cannot figure it out within those first 2 rounds or the first round he gets him down, I think DDP is going to do what he does best.
Yep.
He's going to be awkward. He's going to be, ha, 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 do the kicks. And I think DDP is going to beat him.
Yeah.
Like
I could see it.
I think Khamzat Chimaev is more athletic, more traditional, but I think that awkwardness of the old what did he say? The lanky man style.
Yep.
I think DDP is going to put it in the bag.
Michael Bisping spoke about the stakes too. He said for Khamzat to win, he's got to get it done fast. Why? Because Dricus is no joke. 23 wins, 2 losses, and riding a crazy 11-fight win streak, including 10 in the UFC. This will also be Du Plessis' 3rd title defense. Proof he's not just hot, he's consistent. Bisping reminded everyone about Dricus' insane wins, a 4th-round sub over Adesanya, and 2 victories against Sean Strickland, 1 clear-cut and 1 razor-thin.
And I'm telling you, he's going to try and finish Dricus Du Plessis straight away. And that's his best bet. Now, Dricus Du Plessis, this man's on fire, right? He's 23-2 overall. He's on an 11-fight win streak. He's got 10 wins in the UFC. And, of course, this will be his 3rd title defense. He beat Sean Strickland by unanimous decision. He choked out Israel Adesanya in the 4th round. And he took the belt, as we know, in a close split decision victory over Sean Strickland way back at UFC 297. But they always say when you become the champion, you get 30% better. This man is improving all the time.
Bisping also warned fans, if Khamzat thinks he's going to take Du Plessis down and tap him quick, he better think again. He said Du Plessis once submitted an entire lineup of black belts, meaning his ground game is no joke. He gave Khamzat props for the move to middleweight and his dominant showing against Whitaker, but still stressed that Du Plessis is a massive, evolving threat. It won't be easy.
And just take down Dricus Du Plessis and just choke him out, right? Like he's some schmuck, like he doesn't know what he's doing, like he's not someone that choked out an entire black belt jiu-jitsu team one after the other. Then I think Khamzat Chimaev will be in for a rude awakening. Now, of course, since Khamzat Chimaev moved up to 185 pounds, he's looked phenomenal, okay? The way that he destroyed Robert Whitaker, that was so impressive.
Bo Nickal threw his support behind Chimaev. As a high-level wrestler, he said Khamzat's pressure-heavy grappling is a nightmare to deal with. Nickal admitted he's a little biased, but he stood by the claim that wrestling is dominating modern MMA, citing guys like Makhachev, Merab, Bilal, and Chimaev as prime examples. He also pointed out that even striking-based fighters like Whitaker have added strong wrestling to their game, showing how the sport's evolving.
I would, just based on the styles, I just think the grappling style, I might be biased. I'm definitely biased, but I think the grappling style is so hard to beat, and it's so hard to defend against. And I guess if you look at it from a analytical point of view, you have so many. It's really become the dominant force in the sport. You got Merab, you got Islam, you got Bilal, you got Khamzat. You even have, you can even look at Topuria. Obviously, people know he's more of a boxing style, and he does a lot more striking. But his background is wrestling. He did that before anything else. And so, it's really wrestlers that are dominating, grapplers that are dominating the sport right now. And so, I think that I would give the edge to Khamzat.
But Nickal also added that while Chimaev's looked incredible so far, we haven't seen much from him in championship rounds. On the flip side, Du Plessis has shown he can keep going late and turn fights around. If it goes deep, Nickal believes momentum might swing toward Du Plessis.
But we still have yet to see Khamzat ever fight a 4th and a 5th round. We've seen that from DDP, and so that's where he would have the advantage. If it goes deep, fourth and fifth round, I think that DDP might be able to pull it out. But all in all, I think the grappling style is definitely an overwhelming style to try to deal with.
Tim Welch had an interesting view. He said he's excited to see Chimaev eventually go up against someone like Strickland, though that would be a tough test. Strickland's scrambling and stand-up ability are elite. He also noted that Khamzat's been calmer lately in fight buildups, especially against top-tier opponents. But Welch said Du Plessis has a way of getting under your skin, and if he rattles Khamzat mentally, it could change the whole vibe of the fight.
I mean, I would love to see Khamzat versus Strickland too. Khamzat said in training, I submitted him multiple times. In a fight, it's a little different. And Strickland, you've seen Strickland get dumped before. He is an expert at getting up. He's really good wrestling, really good jiu-jitsu. But just like you said, can you survive the first 3 minutes with that dude? No. I get everybody. I miss the crazy Khamzat, but now that he's getting into these top 5 elite guys, I mean, it's probably better that he's not crazy Khamzat.
Dude, I mean, that looked like crazy Khamzat to me.
All week being respectful of the press conferences, respectful of like everything.
Yeah.
It was a lot different than he used to be.
DDP has a way of poking at opponents too, though, so you might be able to pull that crazy Khamzat back out of him.
I'd love to see DDP beat him.
Ariel Helwani rounded it off by saying, Du Plessis is the kind of fighter who gets better as the fight goes on. Even if Chimaev dominates early, Helwani said Dricus knows how to adapt mid-fight. That ability to read, adjust, and build momentum could be the deciding factor, especially if the fight goes the distance.
I think he takes him to deep water and he figures it out, and I think it's like a learning lesson for him and all this stuff.
That's everything for today's breakdown. What's your prediction for this matchup? Will Khamzat's pressure be too much? Or will Du Plessis shock the world again? Let us know your take in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like and hit subscribe so you're always in the loop for the next big fight.